Welcome to Meet the Candidates, the local election forum from Pioneer PBS. This season, we asked every candidate the same list of questions to learn more about what type of legislator they will be if elected. In this episode, we will meet candidates from Minnesota House District 12B. District lines have changed since the 2020 census. District 12B is made up of Douglas, Pope, and Stearns counties. Major cities include Alexandria, Sauk Centre, and Melrose. To find out which district you live in, visit mnvotes.org. And now, let's meet the candidates. We will start with the DFL candidate, Jeremy Vinar.
I'm a 37-year-old father of two. Grew up in the Twin Cities, but relocated to Alexandria Lakes area, and I've been there for about the last 14 years. I've worked in service most of my adult life, but public service is really my passion. From 2014 to 2018, I had a volunteer organization where we did work for different charities around the region, Relay for Life, MS Walk, Polar Plunge, things of that nature. And giving back to my community has really been my pride and joy for most of my adult life. So I wanted to take this next step, having always had an interest in politics as well, to pursue another goal and see if I can serve my constituency and my neighbors and my community better by representing them in the legislature.
Why do you want to be the representative for your district?
Well, I want to represent my district because I believe in people first, and for a long time we've had kind of polarizing representation that's concerning with misinformation and placing blame on their opposition, but not actually offering any solutions to the real problems that people face. I firmly believe in working with your hands and representing all of the people of your district, not just your echo chamber. So I want to be a better representative for all of the people in my area. I've often said that we might not agree on every issue, but I'll at least take the time to listen to you and take your concerns to heart. So that is why I want to represent my area.
What are your priorities for the next legislative session?
Well, I'd like to see us pass a bonding bill. Unfortunately, that didn't get done this last session, with an emphasis on affordable housing in my district, but statewide. Affordable housing is at a shortage with jobs and pay not keeping up on that. So the bonding bill is probably first and foremost, but after that, increasing funding for education and childcare are a big concern for me. I believe that education starts at birth and runs through college, and both daycare and education shouldn't put anybody into debt for the rest of their lives. And I also believe that we need to pay our providers and our educators properly. And then I think we should preserve access to rural and reproductive health care, lower prescription drugs costs. People should not have to file bankruptcy for medical care, despite that being the number one reason in this country that people file bankruptcy. And over 50% of people carry medical debt, so affordable access to healthcare is a huge concern. Preserving ease of voting is a really big deal. We've seen a lot of misnomers, a lot of misinformation surrounding voting and voter fraud these last few years, but there hasn't been any evidence to chalk that up, so I believe that Minnesota should continue to lead the nation in voter turnout and make sure voting access is easy. And then lastly, protect our family farmers. It becomes harder and harder every year for smaller family farms to survive in an environment with larger land acquisition, so I want to make sure that traditions that have carried on for generations can continue to.
What unique perspective do you bring to the Minnesota House?
Well, having grown up in the metro and then now living in the Alexandria area for the last 14 years, I believe that I've seen the best of both worlds. And I can say unequivocally that the western Minnesota area is now what I consider to be my home. And I want to strengthen our rural communities for working Minnesotans from the bottom up. I've spent much of my adult life in service to my community, and I believe in servant leadership. My priority is helping those in need, and I'm not afraid to get my hands and boots dirty to effect real change. So, I believe that my perspective is putting people first, which has long since fallen by the wayside to many legislators.
What is your vision for the future of Minnesota?
Well, I don't want Minnesota to simply maintain. I want us to set the bar. My vision for the state is one where educators, healthcare workers, farmers, and small business owners thrive. I want people to be able to get a quality, affordable education. I want young families to be able to afford to live and grow. I want all forms of physical and mental care to be readily available. I want to maintain the highest voter turnout in the nation. And I want to keep our lakes and rivers clean and make sure that takes priority over corporate interests. And I want to make sure also that our tax burden doesn't disproportionately fall to those in low and fixed incomes.
And now, a closing statement.
Like I said, public service is really the point of pride for me. I believe that we can have common sense solutions and we can compromise as long as we're willing to work together. A lot of the legislation and the rhetoric in the legislature these last few sessions has been very polarizing and very toxic, seemingly putting party before the people that you serve. So I intend to bring a different brand of politics with me. I've spent a lot of my time campaigning so far, talking to people across the aisle, making every effort to reach out and say hello and find the common ground where we can work together instead of pull our nation and pull our people apart. So I'm hoping to be a new brand of representation for the area, but also for the state, and bring about some much needed compromise.
You can find more information online about Jeremy Vinar at his website, jv412b.com. Next, the Republican candidate, Mary Franzen.
Hi, I'm State Representative Mary Franzen, running for re-election in a newly drawn Legislative House District 12B, and it is my joy to be here today. I am a mother of three, 24-year-old Helena, 17-year-old Carl, and 15-year-old Colin. I work part-time at a couple of places, waiting tables and bartending, also do a little customer service on the side as well. I know the struggles that Minnesotans are facing. In my spare time, I enjoy golfing, although my handicap is nothing to brag about. And I also enjoy running to various sporting events for my children. And I look forward to this nice conversation we're going to have this evening.
Why do you want to be the representative for your district?
Currently, I serve as the Republican lead on early childhood education. I also serve on preventative health, which is a subdivision of the Health and Human Services Policy Committee. And I also serve on the Energy and Climate Change Committee. I have always stood up for our way of life. Currently, our way of life is under attack. Inflation is out of control. Families need permanent tax relief enacted. They need to put more money into their wallet so that they can purchase the things that are important to them, like putting food on the table. Another thing grasping our state right now is crime. If you have opened up the paper or turned on the news, you see that crime is out of control. One would think that this is Gotham City here in Minnesota. Another thing that we need to discuss this coming election cycle and this coming session is energy. Europe and Germany should serve as a warning to us here in Minnesota and in California about what net zero actually means. Energy costs are gripping the Europe as well as Germany. Businesses are closing and families are wondering how they are going to afford their energy bills. And this is going to be our future unless we put a stop to the net zero goals that Governor Walz and the Democrats have in store for us.
What are your priorities for the next legislative session?
We need to continue addressing the crime in our state. Violent crime is up over 21% since 2021. The murder rate has increased 8% since 2021. This is not Gotham City. This is Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes, not 10,000 murders. Also, inflation. It's causing Minnesotans to pay for more for everything, and we are paying some of the highest taxes in the nation. So it's very important that we enact permanent tax relief for the citizens of Minnesota and the citizens of Minnesota House District 12B. We also need to continue to uncover the waste, fraud, and abuse in our public programs. Just recently, the news of $249 million that was stolen by fraudsters, and that money was meant to feed children. This is egregious. And our governor, he wants to blame everyone but himself and his administration for the lack of oversight. It is time to put accountability back into our government, and we can do this November 8th.
What unique perspective do you bring to the Minnesota House?
I wear many hats throughout the day. As I previously stated in my opening statement, I wait tables on the side as well as doing some customer service. While waiting tables and working in the service industry, I have seen firsthand the effects of what COVID shutdowns have done to our service industry. The workforce shortage is a huge concern. As a matter of fact, that's why one local business just recently reached out to me and called me up, and the owner asked me if I would come work for her and wait some tables because she is unable to find quality workforce or people that do want to go into work. And so I kind of chuckle and I say to people, how bad does it have to be that your constituent and a business owner has to call up their state lawmaker to ask them to wait tables for them? But I actually love that. I love that portion. It gives me an opportunity to chat with my constituents firsthand as I'm serving them their cheeseburger and fries and hearing about the important issues facing their family. Another thing is I've seen with my small employer, my other small employer that I work with, as well as with the restaurants, that the high taxation rate has done to them, and just the supply chain issues as well. Definitely struggles there. And so I take these stories with me to St. Paul, where I can advocate on behalf of my constituents on the firsthand stories that I am hearing, instead of these fictitious stories that sometimes we hear on the House floor.
What is your vision for the future of Minnesota?
My vision is a state where families and businesses can thrive. They live without fear of not being able to afford gas, groceries, or their energy bills. Streets are safe and criminals are held accountable. Parents have a say in their child's education, and students are taught reading and math, not political indoctrination. Personal freedoms cherished and respected. God, family, country. That's what's important. This is a great state. Unfortunately, under Democrat leadership, we have lost our way. Every day, I fight for you to make Minnesota a better place, and we're going to do that again come January.
And now, a closing statement.
Thank you for tuning in to this conversation. I want you to know that I'm going to continue working for our way of life. I am endorsed by the NRA and the Minnesota Gun Owners Caucus. We know that our Second Amendment is under attack. The right to bear arms shall not be infringed under my watch. I am also endorsed by MCCL, which is our pro-life group here in Minnesota. Governor Tim Walz and his radical leftist, progressive Democrat friends want to turn Minnesota into an abortion sanctuary state. I want Minnesota to be continued to be known for its 10,000 lakes, not 10,000 abortions. There is a lot on the line. Inflation is out of control. It is over 8%. Crime is out of control. As I had stated earlier, violent crime is up over 21%. That is unconscionable. Energy prices are out of control, and parents need to have the front seat at their child's education. So like I said, there is a lot on the line this election, and I look forward to representing you again with your vote on November 8th. Thank you.
You can find more information online about Mary Franzen at her website, teamfranzen.com. Learn more about voting, how to register, and what district you live in by visiting the Minnesota Secretary of State website at mnvotes.org. Remember, Election Day is Tuesday, November 8th. Thank you for watching Meet the Candidates on Pioneer PBS.